Pisces, welcome to I Am Pisces, where this channel is for Pisces, all about Pisces cross watchers. You are welcome. If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. All right, so I haven't used this deck in a while, but I'm gonna use the Twin Flame Confessions deck. So we'll see what comes out. Um, we'll see what comes out. All right, let's see. All right, so we have, we have cold as ice. Cold as ice. Somebody who had some inconsiderate behavior. Could have been a Knight of Swords, Aquarius energy, and Aquarius could be significant. Um, hmm. Could this could have been somebody who, with ghosting being here, they could have had like elusive behavior where they disappear, they come and go, they one minute they here, next minute they're gone. This could have been somebody that they could have given you mixed signals as well, Pisces. One minute they could have been, I don't know, they could have been showing love or loving on you, and then the next minute not. You know, um, very ice cold, distant, closed off. This could be somebody who could come in and come in, with swift type of action. They move kind of quick, um, and say all the right things, do all the right things, and sweep you off your feet. But then at the same time, once they feel like that you are invested emotionally, then that's when you could see the other side to them. You know, yeah. Kind of like um, it's kind of like a build you up, just to break you down kind of energy, something like that. Okay, so we have divine timing. Um, I don't know. You could have had, maybe some patience was needed, or maybe you had to, I don't know, maybe surrender this connection. Yep, surrender to the unknown, surrender to the divine. Uh, I kind of feel like that some of you could have let this go. Um, mm, yeah, you were betrayed then. Ten of Swords. Uh, Gemini could be significant. Okay. So yeah, this is about a painful ending. Painful be betrayal. This person could have betrayed you multiple times. Yeah, so that makes sense now. Um, you were divinely guided to surrender this connection. Seven of Wands. You Libra could be significant. You could have put boundaries in place with this person, with this connection, with this old Knight of Swords. You could have been really trying to be patient with this person and really trying to fight for this connection, but um the betrayal, the ghosting, the ice cold behavior, all those things could have proven to be just a little bit too much to constantly keep dealing with. So yeah, so you may have to let this go and put boundaries in place. You may be guarded against this person too. Yeah. Okay. So you look at this person as somebody that cannot be trusted, a false person. Okay. Somebody who makes promises but they don't keep them. They what they did was they used your love that you had for them as a weakness against you. Yeah. They use weaknesses against you. Uh-huh. I see manipulation, control. This person is somebody that was they wore a mask. Capricorn energy, devil. Yeah, somebody who had destructive behavior, destructive habits. They didn't know how to love in a healthy way. Their love was toxic, you know, and that could have been what love looked like to this person. They was, I don't know. It could have been had a lot to do with upbringing, how they were raised as well. Yeah, just toxic. But I feel that for some of y'all, um, with the star card being here, Aquarius energy, the worst is over. When you let this go, you let this go. Um, a sense of hope, um, and being optimistic, But this is, and then another thing too. Some of you guys are, you are spiritual. You got this, you have this strong connection with God. So that there are, it's like, okay, the worst is over. Now, the smoke is clear. Um, I can see where I'm going now. This is there is something better on the horizon, Like a sense of like moving on to better, new, but just keeping an open mind to that. So, with the two of swords here, this was you could have been dealing with somebody who was indecisive, stuck. They could have had a choice between you and somebody else too, Pisces. Aquarius energy. They could have also had you stuck as well. Because at one point in time, you were, fighting to try to, make this work. Or at least you wanted it to. You wanted this to work once upon a time. So you could have been stuck, for a while in the state of Should I let this go? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? You know. But until you were at at some point pushed to move on, pushed to let this go, all in divine timing. Yeah. So in other words, whatever lesson you had to get from this, because usually with twin flames, that's usually what it is. It's like um it's a lesson to be learned. It's a karmic lesson. You get what you need to get from it and grow from it, to be better and raise those vibrations. Um, so then that way you can attract better. Yeah. And if it's meant for your twin flame to come back towards you, then they too will come back changed. They will come back um, after putting in the work that they need to put into. Not saying that it can't happen, because it can. It can, you know. And that's for those of you who would even want, somebody from your past. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. See, Six of Swords. Uh, this is Aquarius energy once again. Ready to move on, or you moved on. You moved on to better. That's what I was just saying a few minutes ago. Moving on to better, calmer waters, leaving the baggage and the bull crap behind. Yeah, letting it go. Yeah. Hmm. Ten of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Yeah, because this is some of you are manifesting, something that's going to be long lasting. A lot, something that's going to be marriage. It's going to be built on a solid foundation. Mm-hmm. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. You be financially stable, as well as having the love. You know, um, everything. Long lasting and stable. Hmm. Somebody. This person from your past was somebody who was undecided. Nothing was set in stone with this person, because there were some obstacles, like there was some too many things in the way with this person. Yeah. They were moving strategically too. Hmm. Playing I don't know, um trying to play checkers, only to find out that you were playing chess, I believe. Yeah. Very, very indecisive. So with this undecided card, that's confirmation for the Two of Swords. Hmm. Some of you maybe you may manifest a King of Pentacles, with the Ten of Pentacles being here. Um, this is a Taurus energy. Somebody who's loyal. Somebody who's going to bring security, financial security, loyalty. Somebody who may take love seriously. Mm-hmm. They're going to come in with a more mature type of energy, not in this knight type of energy. Whereas, a knight, that's more like teenage energy. Whereas a king is more grown man, grown woman. mature energy. Yeah. This person from your past, though, with the Page of Swords here, this is Gemini energy as well. They could be spying as well. Gossiping, spying, watching, trying to see, trying to see what you got going on. This person may, I don't know, they could be immature to a certain extent, but they also somebody that's, like I said, they are very strategic too in how they move. Someone may be trying to resist temptation, taming hunger. This person could be somebody that's maybe they had a history of being lustful. Maybe they had this energy of being easy, easy to give in to lustful desires. Yeah, because this past person could have been somebody that lived a player type of lifestyle. Now they could be trying to resist that temptation to continue to live that type of way. It's like they want to give it up, but they may be fighting it. You know, like part of them want to do it, and the other part of them like I need not do it. I need to give this type of lifestyle up. I need to let this go. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, some of you, like I said, you are doing that. You have done the inner work, or you are doing the inner work with cleanup being here. Cutting ties, cutting karmic ties, and for some of you, this was a karmic tie that brought lessons into it. There were lessons to be learned. This person from your past could have been somebody that they hid their feelings. They insecure. They wore a mask. This is somebody that did not want to be vulnerable. You know, they wanted to come in with the for the passion and all of that, but they did not want to be vulnerable at all. Some of you may be in this emperor energy, or and this is Aries, or you could be attracting an emperor. A divine masculine, somebody who, um, of course, um, they like to be in control of things. This is somebody who's authoritative. They show power, leadership, things of that nature. Somebody who also financially stable. This King of Pentacles and this Emperor could be the same energy, or or this Knight of Swords from your past could have also been um, someone who was in the Emperor energy, but just more toxic. But more toxic with it. Could be a father or a father figure. They don't necessarily have to be an older person. This could be a younger person as well. This could have been somebody the person from your past was more money focused. They put money over love. They very somebody who Could have been very materialistic as well. So money could have affected the connection that you had with this person too. Let's see, let's get another one. Queen of Cups. Yeah, Pisces, this is you. Except somebody who's loving, nurturing, caring kind of person. Also magnetic at the same time. Also, Queen of Cups also represents new love as well. You know, you could be in the energy of attracting new love. Like I said, could be with an emperor, a king of cup. I mean, a king of pentacles. Then we have mirroring as well. This is, it's a calling, for this person or maybe both of you to go within, to go within. Then I have also forbidden. There could have been some differences between you and this past person. And whereas the family and friends probably didn't approve of it, maybe there could have been an age difference between with some of you, or a cultural difference, or maybe it was this person's ways, due to the fact that you a loving, kind person, whereas they were a little bit more rough around the edges. That maybe the family thought like they may have thought that this person wouldn't be exactly a good fit for you. Yeah. I want to see. Let's see. What this person want to say. Let's get some messages. All right, let's see. I don't feel I deserve. I don't feel I deserve you. Okay, it's coming from this past person. They don't feel like they deserve you. Okay. By the way, well, um, and then of course, we can't forget too. This is somebody who was insecure. They hid feelings too as well. So they are they carry themselves in such a low vibrational type of way. They don't feel like they deserve love from a beautiful Queen of Cups, such as yourself. You know, somebody that's beautiful inside and out. Yeah. I'm sorry I lied to you. Yeah. So that's part of that betrayal. Um, the energy between us felt amazing. Yeah. Yeah, you guys had some good energy, with this person between you guys. Like I said, it could have been a lot of passion there, but like I said, it just kind of over time, um, it just kind of turned chaotic with the way this person started to treat you, you know, being ice cold and ghosting, turned on one minute, turned off the next minute. I don't know. I've been lying to myself for so long. Okay. Yeah, because they were trying to hide their feelings, trying to pretend like the feelings wasn't there, but it was the whole time. Memories of you are haunting me. Okay. So they still this is somebody that still thinks of you. They are haunted by what they did too. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. They are haunted by what it's not just the memory of you, it's also the memory of what they did to you. Okay. I need some alone time now. Okay. So maybe they feel like they need to retreat, you know, spend some time with self, go within, you know. Um Maybe they are being called to do that. I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course, we had already confirmed that with the memories of you still haunts me. Yeah, they still think about you, but they also think about what they've done. I know you're the one for me. So, um, they've always felt that you were their person, to a certain degree. But the only thing about it was is that they tried to um, mask or deny that that wasn't what they was feeling. I'm trying to distract myself from thinking of you. Yeah, they could be trying to do things not to, not to think about you. Um, but for some of them though, they still have hope that they can come back towards you again and work this out. But I don't know, like for some of y'all, there's new people. You are, especially for those of you who has done the work and you have raised your vibration. Yeah, you're gonna be attracting new. Yeah, you're gonna be attracting new. Now, I you know now I'm not gonna say that if this person does the work, that they cannot come back in the energy of an emperor or a king of pentacles. If they do the work, because that's possible, they can. You know, but like I said, but the choice will be yours. The choice will be yours, Pisces. For some of them, they are not ready to step out of their comfort zone. They seem to be okay where they are, which is basically stuck. So this is somebody that may not never change. Yeah. Somebody is afraid to commit. I'm scared to commit to you. I need my freedom. Yeah. So this is somebody that likes to, like I said, date, kind of like a Knight of Wands kind of energy, run in, come in with the passion and coming in for the good time, not a long time, I want to keep something going with you, but I don't want to commit, you know. Hmm. Oh well. And for some of them, they can do this for years. They could do this for years if you allow that. If you allow it. I am scared of being vulnerable with you. Yeah. They won't this is somebody that's head over heart. Um I'm sorry for giving you false hope. Mm. Um can't they come in with the mask on. They're not it wasn't what they presented. They could have made you feel like that they wanted more. Maybe they could have came off in that type of way, making you think that they wanted more. But in all actuality, they really didn't. Hmm. They've been trying to forget and move on from you, but for some of them, they can't. They can't. They don't, and for some of them, they don't understand what is it about. What is it about Pisces that I'm still thinking about this person. Well, they don't know they might be the kind of person they don't know anything about, twin flame, things like that. But this is why this is why this is why they can't forget about you. And then on top of that, spirit is not may not allow this person to forget about you. I don't care who they move on to. Somewhere tucked in the back of their mind, you will be there. So, and they want that hope that someday that you will forgive them for what they've done. All right. Let's get a message from Spirit. Then we'll close this out, Pisces. All right, Spirit, give me a message for Pisces, please. Oh, thank you. Spirit says it's time to hit the reset button, clear out the old so that room is available for the new to come in. Trust that better things are coming fast. Prepare to move to the next phase of your life. This is your rebirth. Welcome this beautiful brand new energy. You got this. That goes back to that star card I was talking about too. Yeah. That actually aligns with the star card. All right. So it says you you can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before and showing up to meet them down streets that you have never walked before. Wow. That's good. That's deep. Thank you, Spirit. It's all about that going within too, doing the work. Being open to, to change. You got to be open to it. But anyway, that's all I have for this reading, Pisces. If it resonates, like, comment, share, subscribe. Cross watchers, you as well. And for those of you who's donated to the channel, thank you for the blessing. Pisces, till next time, namaste.